Welcome to another edition of In the Weeds with Ikard and Lehman, presented by Riverwind Casino. Riverwind is Oklahoma City's premier casino experience, and there are so many reasons why Riverwind is consistently voted OKC's #1 casino, but it all starts with their amazing variety of gaming thrills and excitement. Riverwind's beautiful award-winning environment plays host to more than 2,800 of the latest electronic games, with a huge selection of table games, including blackjack match, roulette, and Teddy's favorite, craps. No matter what your game, Riverwind has it in spades and hearts. And to learn more about their gaming promotions and entertainment options, please visit riverwind.com. Riverwind Casino, simply the best. Ted, it's way more fun doing this after a win.
I know. I can't wait. This is awesome.
I think people like watching it more after a win, so I'm
But it
excited.
should.
Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and like these videos. Also, if you really like what we're doing with the In the Weeds videos, you can give us a super thanks down that way somewhere. I think it's down there. Let's dive into another goal line stand. This defense is making a habit of these, Ted, and wanted to take a look from the end zone view first, because every system I've ever been in, the shovel pass, you essentially block it like power. And they're an 11 personnel here. So just one back, one tight end. You've got no fullback. So it's not a traditional power concept necessarily. So it's sub personnel power. So what they're trying to accomplish is, this is called a deuce block. In the gap scheme run between a front side tackle and a front side guard, they are trying to deuce that three technique to the backside backer. The center is going to block back on the defensive tackle. You're going to get a reach and hinge technique from this backside tackle, and the backside guard is going to pull tight off the deuce for the play side backer. This tight end, remember, no fullback to kick the end man out on the line of scrimmage. He's just going to base. Now, that's not exactly what they do here, though. That's what a traditional sub personnel shovel would look like. Ted, they add what do we want to call it? An influence element to it.
Yeah.
Where
Yep.
they are, this tight end is reaching like they are going to run this quick. You'll see the motion coming across this way, and they're trying to influence the defense to feel like they are threatened wide to create more space for the shovel here to hit up inside, kind of in that area off the double team. Now, that's a great plan. It's an interesting play. It's not what I would do with CJ Donaldson, a 240-pound running back on the goal line, but they did just get stuffed the two previous plays, right? They went big personnel and decided, okay, let's get to 11 personnel, and this is what they went to. Were you a little surprised that this was the selection?
Yeah. And, this is something we've talked about. And, we had Coach Stoops. I can't remember if it was the Iowa State game or when it was. Quarterback sneak, and I know they've tried that, but you have to get good at it. And maybe that's not this team's specialty, obviously because they got a smaller quarterback, but, they got stuffed. And whenever you get stuffed with the sneak, you kind of start looking for stuff, I guess, right? In the playbook. But this is just another outstanding job by the defensive line, holding point on the goal line whenever you're going to be firing off. Blocking scheme's going to be trying to push those guys down. So it was good.
Yeah, you can see here the key to this play, and you've got, and this is another fantastic job by Jacob Lacey. It's very similar to what he did in the goal line stand against Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He knows the pull is coming, and you can see Lacey's right here, right? You got Lacey there, you got Dejon Terry right here, and those big defensive tackles, that they are the key to the Sooners stuffing this right here, because West Virginia's offensive line just gets no movement. I mean, they are stalemated at the point of attack, and it's two guys taking up three. Now, Stutzman does a tremendous job coming underneath the pole and meeting Donaldson at the goal line. But really, Lacey, this is not, it may look like Lacey is slanting to the play. He's actually just reading the pole, and it's so good that he buys the front side guard, because the front side guard sees that color and kind of says, oh, hey, it's gap. I got to hit that color in my gap.
Yep.
That's so good from him.
Here's the other thing too, and I think it may be because technically we are short a guy on the front side, because if picture if he doesn't cross the center's face, they double the deuce block. Stutzman has to track the puller, and he's inside the puller. We don't have anyone for the run through between in the A gap.
And that's exactly how it's designed by West Virginia. If Lacey doesn't buy the guard the way that he does, that deuce block goes right up to Stutzman. They get a piece, and Donaldson may walk in because of, you see how Kip Lewis is being influenced by that lateral motion. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Stutzman gets all the credit, right, for making the tackle, but it's really Lacey that makes the play. Look at us giving defensive linemen credit.
Well, I think it's a call, though, because if you see, I don't know who is that, Bothroyd? You see them, I think it's like a pirate. I mean, it's not a pirate because he's in the A gap, but both guys are moving that way, because is that who is the safety on the outside on the left?
Robert Spears-Jennings.
So he's
on the left?
Yeah. See how they're all moving a gap over, and he's now the edge player, because we're a guy short. If we don't cross face that way, we're going to be a guy short, and they come right downhill in the run through. So I think it's tagged because the defensive end's working to the B. He's late getting there. But
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're protecting, and the end guys. So but getting across there and getting that punch, because, and look at that out there. Who's the three technique? Is that Coe or Kelly? I mean,
that's Dejon Terry.
Dejon Terry. Really good. He's just, I mean, they can't stay on the double long at all. And then he wins, and he gets a little pushback. And I love Stutzman tracks the guard, and they want to take this super, super tight off of the double team. And they're trying to get Stutzman, everyone, to run on the quick and get some separation there, and hopefully kick Stutzman out and hit that little crease. But he comes so tight, and he's square to the line of scrimmage the whole way. So whenever he does get tied off that double team, he's still got some punch, because he's square to the line of scrimmage and playing with good pad level. It's really nicely done.
It's really nicely done. And everyone gets a piece, which is always fun. Well, I guess I gave Lacey too much credit. I thought it was just a fantastic individual play.
But no, because he's still, like, he crosses face against a really good center, and then the guard, and they get no push at all. He ends up crossing both of their faces, and, ends up getting a piece himself, I think, a little bit there, at least, stuffing that inside hole.
That's, I mean, another goal line stop. And, look at that. Hold on. Look at this front roll by Kendall Dolby. The athleticism. Nice.
Right.
Celebration.
Celebrating.
And here's a look at it just to really showcase the lack of push that they get along the offensive line. I mean, you're seeing that you've got the blue line there, and the mentality as an offensive lineman is always score with your man on the goal line. And no one's scoring with their man. I mean, those guys, that is, for a defensive lineman, that I wouldn't even call that a stalemate. I mean, they're winning that battle.
So when you go back to the beginning, it's hard to run an opposite, which, that's just, there's a bunch of different terms for it, but an opposite's like whenever a nose guard crosses the center's face. Okay. So it's hard to do that, period, and have good punch, because you're trying to get flat. Think about on the goal line, and look, he knocks both the guard and the center back on that movement.
And let me
Across,
remind you,
head
I
knock
think
back.
that I think that guy's the best center in college football.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
So just an awesome. I'm back to it. I'm giving Lacey all the love. Let's go.
No, it's great. Really good.
No,
Stutzman
just
tracking the puller. Really tight right there. Good
boom.
punch. Who's that? RSJ comes out and pulls his legs out where he doesn't have any leg drive.
Yeah, it looks like RSJ just probably had that tight end man to man. The second he feels him blocking, he just gets into the run fit and he affects the play, just like you're saying.
Awesome. Good
Once
stuff.
again, not what I would do with CJ Donaldson in that moment, but doesn't take away from the fact that that's an awesome defensive stand. And it's kind of absurd that there was not a goal line view. There was not a view of the goal line in
I
this game.
know. This is weird. Now, you can watch Neil Brown. I think he thinks I shouldn't have done that with CJ Donaldson either, right?
Right about there is where our guy Neil is realizing that's not what we wanted. And let's check in on Venables. Okay, coach. Yeah, we're fired up. Hold on.
Coach Belay.
We need this team, coaches and players. We got to work on the high fives. What is this? What's this?
Do we miss?
That's it. No.
Double
Venables goes high five, and then Belay just two-hand punches him in the chest.
I'm more concerned. Is that cheerleader's hand taped up back there like he's the defensive tackle?
Oh man. Oh no.
We got knuckle tape.
we got finger tape with the megaphone.
I think we got pinky and ring taped together, old school style. I like it.
The old buddy tape. It's not where you want to be. But these breakdowns are now turning into breakdowns of how bad we are at celebration high fives.
It's tough on the fly, man. It's tough.
That's true. Anything else you got on that play?
No, I like it. Again, just incredible stuff. This defense, there's nothing more fun than a goal line stand when you're playing defense, and this team is getting really used to it with these guys. It's awesome.
It is awesome. All right, let's take a look at a big Drake Stoops play. First drive after the half, and I love everything about this play. It's unselfishness. First of all, offensive line doing their job, which I'm always a big fan of. But then it's unselfishness at the wide receiver position by two guys, and then it's a guy making a tremendous individual play, and it's also a great throw from Dillon Gabriel. There's so much to like about this play. So when you see the start here first, you see Drake. He sells like he's running. What do you want to call that, Ted? A post?
I just call it
a deep over route.
Yep.
An over route. He slams the brakes on and changes course and comes back and runs outside here. And you see Dillon Gabriel with just a great ball to him. You may say Drake Stoops he's balling right now. How could he possibly be this open? Well, the answer to that is Jalil Farouk and Nick Anderson. They are decoys for his buddy. And you and I spent some time before we started recording, trying to exactly figure out what West Virginia's doing from a coverage standpoint. It's a little interesting, but from best we could tell is they are playing, what do you want to call it, 3 to this side?
Maybe. It looks like a bus. Like I'm not sure if we're going tempo here or not, but because they're bringing a pressure from the boundary and it looks like they're playing man on the boundary, but to the field, like, I don't know what they're doing because they don't get the Mike backer. They should get the Mike backer on the cell, but Drake spins him around and they never get him on the cell route. So I'm guessing it's 3, but I don't know.
You've got Nick Anderson and Farouk that are just they buy that, whatever we want to call them, they buy the deep zone coverage players, whatever they're in, right? So you see a little scissors. You've got one going this way, you've got the other going this way down the sideline, and then Drake runs this little thing in behind into the space that creates, right? He clears that. They clear out those deep zone defenders, and Drake just has all the space in the world. And Dillon Gabriel, it's a beautiful throw that he layers in there over this. You see it right here, just right over, and drops it in the bucket. And this is where the athleticism to stop right here. Ted, how injured do you think you'd get at this point in time? You still got it a little bit, but right here, having to stop and turn and get north and south like that.
Achilles, then ACL, and then finally hamstring on that next step.
So this is one of my favorite parts of this play. Drake turns, and he kind of sees like, okay, where's this guy at, right? And then just takes a hard left. I mean, who does that?
Oh no, it's like backyard football, and you got someone coming. It's like the old Tecmo Bowl, which I don't know if you're old enough to have played that. You just kind of run down the field like in a snake pattern.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see on a guy.
Yep.
On a guy. I talked about the unselfishness. They were unselfish, running the clear out routes. Now they're blocking for their buddy down the field. And that's playing the wide receiver position the right way. Right? That's playing it the right way. Now, let's look at what happens. How do you end up
I don't know
in that position on the ground if you're 24?
Things have gone bad if you're on your back, flipped around, facing the wrong direction. You just thought you were about to make a tackle.
Yeah. Well, now 14's got him, right? Plays over, right? Well, no, he just carries him all the way. Oh, well, now two guys have him. It's over. I mean, there's no way. Farouk bear hugs all of them.
Just grab the whole group.
Just grabs them all and brings them all into the end zone. I mean, it's just it's a fantastic play. Everything about it is great. Okay, I've got him. Okay, he's going down. Oh, there's two of us. He's definitely going down. Oh, we're just going to drag them all in the end zone. It's so great. And then the spike, which if you do something that cool, you should be allowed to spike the football.
Yeah, there's got to be as an official, there's almost a scale of like the type of finish, like pulling two or three guys into the end zone after a 60-yard play. Like with that type of crescendo, you can spike the football. Like just to cruise in, not untouched touchdown, right? You don't have that dramatic ending. You can't spike the football. There's got to be a little bit of grace there.
I completely agree, but I love that play because of the unselfishness at wide receiver, right? The route running from Drake. It's so crisp. He just finds that space. He's got a gift for it. And then you got your buddies blocking for him down the field. They just carried them, multiple West Virginia players into the end zone. And it's a great throw by Dillon Gabriel. The timing's good.
Everything.
Everything good about it is good.
I love the play designed by Jeff Levy also.
I completely agree. And what people, you thought we were going to break down a pass play and not talk about the protection? Come on. Now, you see it. It's interesting. You got a corner blitz coming here. And this is a nice job by Walter Rouse. Sometimes corners just run them by, man. They're not gonna bull you. Just be patient, run them by. And this is what you love to see is you've got what I would call a 6-man protection. Sawchuk, if you see number one there, Koba, if he comes, Sawchuk's probably going to have that or anything else to the field. But I love Dillon Gabriel's patience. Watch him just step up in the pocket, just calm. Like there's stuff flying all around him. He doesn't glance at it once. And that's the way he played in this game. Like his calmness in the pocket was impressive and just delivers a strike. And that's the thing it just shows that he trusts the offensive line. It's just really, that's good football.
How about Sexton getting his first start, blocking this big Myles Garrett looking dude coming off the edge.
Dude,
How about that?
Sean
like,
Martin's huge. I saw him. He was a captain. He walked out to the coin toss. I was standing on the field. I was like, damn. No, he did a good job, even though Sawchuk did a lot of good things. Let's watch him try to sabotage Sexton. What are we doing? He's trying to block this monster off the edge. This creature off the edge is trying to run through his soul. We don't need you trying to trip my man, okay? Get your feet out of the way.
Give him a little shoulder to the ribs or something. Help Sexton get back on top of that.
Yeah, but
it's good.
Everything about the play is good. Protection's good. Dillon Gabriel's calmness in the pocket, the accuracy and timing of the throw, the route running, the blocking downfield after the catch. Drake turning the Jets on, making that guy just fall on his face. What is not to love about that football play, Ted?
Love it. Everything about it. Beautiful. Thing of beauty. 60-yarder?
60-yard touchdown to start the second half. Not too shabby. He had a day.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And the quarterback had 8 touchdowns.
It's wild. In the post game, we run highlights coming out of breaks, and producer back in Jeff City said, all right, we got a Dillon Gabriel touchdown coming out of the break. Said they're all Dillon Gabriel touchdowns, all 8 of them. Crazy.
Oh, that's great. All right, that'll do it for another edition of In the Weeds. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And just a reminder, if you really like this content, super thanks down this way. Good work, Ted.
Awesome.